Hi, Andrew Mason. I'm with Ben Reed, who is spearheading the Young Leaders Lobby in October. So, Ben, why the Young Leaders Lobby? Well, there's 1,000 conferences out there. Why go to the Young Leaders Lobby?
Yeah, you're exactly right, Andrew. There's so many conferences that we could all choose to attend, and we've been to a ton of conferences. And at most conferences, you're going to get world-class content. You're going to have the best worship ever. You're going to walk away with all kinds of great stuff. But what I often find that I remember about conferences and what I really end up loving about them is the strategic ministry conversations that I have out in the hallway. Sometimes during a session, sometimes in between sessions. But those are the conversations that I remember most. And those are the relationships that help fuel my ministry more than just about any other. And so when it comes to this conference, we've not built everything around the stage. We've built everything around the conversations that are really going to drive each of our ministries forward. So we're targeting people whose hearts beat for community. Guys and gals who are trying to make a difference in getting people connected in biblical, authentic relationships, and who are trying to make an impact in their churches and in their community. So we've built the conference around those conversations and around those strategic ministry conversations.
Wow. And I've been to conferences where those dynamic kind of networking opportunities that spark growth happen by default. But I love how you guys are leveraging that, and it's intentional design is right there in the event. So this is for 20s and 30s. Why is it important to gather 20s and 30s in the context of small group ministry?
Yeah, so we in our generation, and actually any generation, we're not lacking for content. Very rarely are we needing more content. We have an infinite number of books and podcasts and resources available to us, but we want to make sure that we're fostering relationships that help build our ministries. And so we're going to gather just 20s and 30s together. Now we are bringing in a couple of speakers that are on both ends of the ministry spectrum. One end is where we're at now. So in our 20s and 30s, that can help speak to us and say, look, make a difference now. You don't have to wait for 2, 3, 4 decades before you can make a kingdom impact. You can make a difference now, and you can lead the church now. But then we're also going to have somebody that can speak back into us and say, here's how to last in ministry. Because the reality is ministry is not a sprint. Ministry is a marathon. And if you try to sprint it, you're going to burn out. And Andrew, you don't want to burn out. I don't want to burn out. We want to make sure that we last the long haul in ministry. And so we're going to have somebody that can speak back into us and can walk through their own personal ministry and how they've been able to make it for as long as they have. So we're going to make sure we target both ends of the spectrum, because that's what I need in my life. And I think that's what you need in your life if you're in your 20s or 30s.
That's so great. So it sounds like even if you're, say, a young adults pastor, or you work alongside a young adults leader or pastor, this would be an event for them to consider as well.
Yeah, if you're trying to make an impact with getting people connected to community, whether it's small groups or Sunday school or whatever your church structure is, whatever your role is, whether you're a volunteer or a staff member, it doesn't matter. We want to help connect you with people and help fuel your ministry.
So give me one teaser about the event, about something that's going to be happening there, or one of the aspects of it.
Yeah, one of the speakers we're going to bring in, his name's Johnnie Moore, and he works directly with Mark and Roma Downey. And so he's been integral to getting the Bible project that they've been working on to have a global impact. And so Johnnie loves to breathe life into 20s and 30s. It's what he did at Liberty when he was at Liberty University. And I love that when I asked him if he wanted to be a part of this event, he said, yes, I'm in. Now tell me the dates, and I'll fit my calendar around it. I'm going to be there, though. Because he just loves to speak into our generation and say, lead now, lead the church well. So we're excited to have him come in and speak to us.
Wow. Where can people get more info, and where can they register?
Yeah, great question. If you go to smallgroupnetwork.com, the opening banner there on the homepage is going to be for our Young Leaders Lobby. Click that, you can register there. If you actually register for a free account at Small Group Network, we're going to send you an email that gives you a code to get $100 off. So we really want you to be there. We think this is going to be one of those conferences, one of those events that really breathes life into your ministry, and that you can look back on and say, this was a significant time in my ministry that fueled me personally, and that I could walk away from and have a direct impact on the ministry that God's called me to.
Well, it sounds like a dynamic event. I'm planning on going down there to sunny Southern California with a crew. And Ben, thanks so much for talking with us about this today.
Thanks, Andrew.
All right.